to you by Orsi Software. Go to Orsi.com to find out more. But I want to give a shout out because her son has played great this year. But shout out to Erica Mitchell and Associates with Keller Williams First Atlanta Realty. Looking to buy or sell a home in less than 30 days? Call Erica today. Atlanta's top producing luxury agent, professional and a dependable realtor, exceeding all of your real estate expectations. Go to ericamitchell.kw.com or call 678-371-3444 for more information. Hey, man, yeah, so, make sure. Who in the building, man?
Sunbelt champion,
Who in
baby.
the building, man?
With the net on the back of his hat, baby. You can tell he know a thing or two about doing that because he know perfectly how to put it on there. Yeah. Sharman White to the microphone. What's up, Coach?
What's up, man? What's up? I'm so glad to be back with you guys.
God.
Wait a minute.
Hey, that ball was clean on the sideline yesterday, bro. Woo, that ball was clean.
Coach White, we need you in the building, baby. We need you in the building.
I'm here. I'm in the
That was
building.
crazy. Glade called me. Glade say late. Oh, guess who coming by tomorrow? I say who? He like, Coach White. I said, what?
Coach White will be in the building, baby.
What?
Coach. So it went down 0-0-0. Coach, I don't think Coach Hunter stopped smiling yet. Have you stopped smiling yet since it happened?
Man, it's hard. It's hard to stop smiling when you know you're going to the big games, man. That's a smile-worthy moment because everybody in the country, that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
That's everybody's goal. For some teams it's to win it all because they got it all. They can win it all. But
right.
For teams like us, a mid-major team, we just want to get in there and see what we can do.
No pressure, but the whole state of Georgia's on your back right now.
We'll take that. We will take that, gladly.
Yeah.
Coach, it just seemed like that moment because you got basically started running away with the game. And one of the good things I like about when you guys put the other kids in the game who probably hadn't got a chance to play all year, but they got to get that moment. How was that empty in that bench to see those guys get a chance to play?
Man, you know what? Our players that were coming out of the game and the guys who played meaningful minutes in that game, I think they were more excited than the guys when they went in the game. But They were so happy for those guys because they work every day. You got scout team. You got trying to get prepared for the games. I had that scout last night or yesterday. And so those guys, when you put them in the scout team and get them ready, and, they always are willing. They do it exactly what you tell them to do. And they get us prepared, believe it or not, more ways than one.
Right.
So, our players are extremely happy for him. And, Coach Hunter, first-class guy, he want them guys to feel it too.
Right.
And so they were just as excited, to go in for those 10, 15, 20, 30 seconds, whatever it was, just as if they had played 30 minutes.
He probably ran it was tired when he left. Go ahead, Coach.
Coach, I got one for you. We know the success that you've had here in Georgia high school basketball. How did it feel for you for your first time to see your name come up as one of those 68? Coming from where you come from here and now doing it at the Division I level. How was that feeling?
Man, it's kind of like Biggie, man. It was all a dream, man. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. Y'all know how I operate, man. I want to be the best.
Right.
And, when I came with Coach Hunter, and what he told me, and when he sat down with me and asked me to come and asked me, offer me the job, it kind of, what I saw yesterday was what it was about for me coming there. Coach wanted to get back to the tournament, wanted to win championships, and he felt like I could help him do that, and I'm very grateful for that opportunity. And, it summed it up yesterday. So, I can't put it into words, man. I'm still I'm up here getting ready for Texas. If they beat Nevada, I'm getting ready for Texas, man. That's the next deal for me. So it's like you want to enjoy it, but I want to keep winning.
Yeah.
I want to keep winning.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Coach, let me ask you this. What, in your opinion, how would you sum up this year overall? Championship is one thing, but the way your team went through, the grind, what y'all went through to get to this point to where you can be part of that 68?
I think the word everybody uses is process. I think it was that. I really think it was that because, man, we started off in the league. We lost our first 2 games in the league, and it didn't look good, in the locker room. We sitting there like, whoa, what just happened? We came here and got swept. But we bounced back and won 10 in a row, and then we kind of had a little spell. We went up and down a little bit. But our main focus was we got to have 3 good days in New Orleans. And so, it just kind of came together, and we got guys that like each other. I always tell young coaches that if you got a team that likes each other, you got a chance to be successful. And our guys when they leave the court and they go there, they're together.
Right.
You see a bunch of them together. They do all their things off the court together.
Right.
And so that's a great sign, because that means that they're bought in to each other. They're not just playing with each other, they're playing for each other. And that means everything when you're trying to go chase goals and chase rings and all that kind of stuff.
Coach, talk about the 3-day process of being in the tournament. Oh, she just flagged. So when we come back, I want you to just tell everybody the mentality that you have to have to be on the road away for 3 days and get it done.
No doubt.
Hey, so y'all stay with us, man. It's The Crush. We'll be right back.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B, get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C, look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D, show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies.
I kinda love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
When it comes to saving money, don't act like a baby.
Goo goo gaga.
Be the boss and make a budget.
I'm the boss, baby.
You're the boss of me.
I am the boss of you.
Are not.
M2.
Are not.
M2.
Need a little help?
Aren't you going to do any work?
I'm very busy delegating.
Create a personalized savings plan.
We could share.
You obviously didn't go to business school.
And get other tools and tips at feedthepig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Hey, become the new you at Cobb County Kia. We still have 0% for 75 months on Optima, Forte, Sorrento, and Sportage. We also have that 90-minute guarantee. So this is what you do. Shop Cobb County Kia in Kennesaw and CobbCountyKia.com. 90-minute guarantee by appointment only. Purchase must be on in-stock unit. 90-minute guarantee based on original customer agreement to terms dependent on credit. Lending of $500 will be paid by check once the loan is funded by lending institution or may be deducted from the price of the car, whichever customer chooses. See dealer for details. So this is what you do.
Hey, in the house, what you say now? Sensation Station Network live with the Crush Sports Talk Radio Show. I am Derek Fraser. I'm with Biggie Manuel tonight. Y'all can forget about it.
Oh, I can talk now. Okay. Hey, man, we're back, man.
See how you bully everybody?
Yeah, see, she just makes you look bad.
You got people scared.
You scared of you over there. Hey, man, we're back, man. Coach White is in the building. Friend of the show. We don't have him with. Make sure you put the rings out. You can get
all the rings.
Yeah, you can put all the rings.
All the rings.
What's your question,
All the surprise.
Talk to what your question you have before we left.
So what I want everybody just to understand, the mentality that you have to go away from home to get ready for a conference tournament play and to survive all 3 days.
It's like you got to have that us against the world mentality. The good part about it, I think one of the best things Coach Hunter did, he placed us away from the quarters. He kind of put us in the isolated in the West Bank where it wasn't. You got to go a little bit to go get to something.
Right.
And I think it kept our guys together and it kept our guys more focused. And it wasn't a field trip; it was a business trip.
Right.
So it had that feel to it. So our guys, they might hang around in the lobby for a little while. They go in their rooms. They, hang out with each other. But they never, got into a point where they wanted to go out and hang out.
Right.
And
they had a job to do.
We had a job to do.
Right. I love it.
This is our only shot. We don't get at large bids.
Right. We got to go the hard way.
Let me ask you this. You sparked on something that I want a lot of young and first-time coaches to hear. Talk about a player-led locker room versus a coach-led locker room.
Oh, it's big. The accountability factor, it goes away. Like, everybody says this, but it's so true. Good teams, the coaches have the accountability or hold you accountable. But the great teams, players hold each other accountable. And when that happens, they police themselves.
Right, right.
They're on each other. And so now we can just coach. We don't have to motivate per se. We don't have to coach effort because they're coaching each other for that. And so, when you got, like I said, we had 2 really good seniors. And then we got guys, some juniors that are really good with leading. Devin Mitchell and Malik Ben-Levy and Jeff Thomas to go with Jordan Sessions, Isaiah Williams. And then DeMarcus Simons is becoming a leader without even knowing he's becoming a leader. And so that's the great part about him. He's still figuring it out, but while he's figuring it out, he the player of the year.
Right.
So that tells you what how that works. And so our guys, again, they are a close-knit group. Coaches built a family-type atmosphere, and I tell people all the time, when I was at Miller Grove, that's what it was about. It was like a brotherhood, literally, man. I mean, I wanted our guys to like each other. I didn't need them to just play with each other. I need them to like each other because they like each other. Now they can get on each other and they can, criticize and they can encourage and they can do all that and it's going to be received. So that's the biggest thing.
What's been the biggest thing you saw the difference between year 1 and 2 for you?
It slowed down. It slowed down for me. Last year it was like a whirlwind, man.
The season over.
And, Coach Hunter, he just throw you out there. It's like, you all right? Go ahead. You don't won all them championships. Go for it. And so, but I appreciate that because it taught me how to kind of defend and get myself ready. And so now it's like, I had to scout Friday. I had to scout Sunday. Let's go. We got to win these games. So, I mean, when I had that scout Sunday, I was good. I was like, I might have been in a conference championship before playing for an NCAA tournament bid, but I know what got to happen on this day.
Right.
So I was ready.
You kind of got a few state championship rings.
Just a few.
Help prepare you.
Makes your hands still hurt because it was heavy that day.
Boy, I be flexing.
You're lucky you didn't get carpal tunnel.
Man, y'all know I won all these right now. Let me make sure Coach White ain't on this post. Now, I won all these right.
Coach ain't on? Hey.
I won all these rings.
Yeah, one other thing I wanted to ask. You talked about Coach Hunter and, I've had a chance to get to know your staff pretty well. Talk about what Coach McCallum has brought in this year, coming from Detroit, coming down. We all know how well he and Coach Hunter know each other, but what has he brought for Coach Pardue and you, in helping you to grow as coaches?
Man, that's wisdom, man. Just experience and wisdom, man. Like, I leaned on him a lot. I leaned on Coach Pardue a lot, too, because they've been in it longer than I have. But with Coach Ray, man, it's just he's seen about everything there is to see. So he got a story for everything, but he's seen everything.
Always good to have one of them
So, you gotta have one of those. You gotta have one of them on the staff.
But I listened to every last one of them, and he kind of took me up under his wing really early in this process for me. And I really appreciate that. It was some tough days early because I did, like I said, it was coming at me 100 miles an hour. But I'm so appreciative of him and Coach Pardue as well because they kind of helped me. And now they see where I'm helping myself. And they're like, oh, he good now. So took the training wheels off and we riding.
We come back, man. Make sure got a new segment for it. Before we go, though, what was the difference between cutting nets yesterday and cutting nets when you was at Miller Grove? What was the difference?
Oh, yesterday, man, I was numb. I was numb. That's all I can say.
Hey, man, so when we get back, man, we got more to cover. So stay with us at The Crush. I can even.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life.
Young adults of unique determination and experience, an ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
Tweens have mastered the art of tuning out. Jen, there's a spider in the car. We're turning your room into a home gym. See? Nothing. But some messages need to get through, like making sure they're buckled up the whole ride, every time. Do whatever it takes to make your child listen. Jen, I friended your boyfriend.
Wait, what?
Buckle up, sweetie.
Never give up until they buckle up. Learn more at safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
People are always looking to invest in a good opportunity. So what if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change called Better Futures. With your investment, it helps students like me go to college. My name is Charles, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
JBT 700 Miami Circle 30324. It's not a chain, it's a chain reaction.
Invest $49 a month at a real gym.
For more info, go to facebook.com/Jeans
Body Tech.
If you're looking for that ratchet, you're in the wrong place. It's the nation's urban internet station, Sensation Station Network.
Hey, man. We are here. She playing this slow music. We supposed to be celebrating. What Cooler Gang get around here, man?
Man,
that's elevated.
That must have been on her iPod earlier today.
There you go.
Hey, man. Hey, we're back. What you got for us, Mace, man?
So what I wanna bring a candid conversation I was having Sunday, well, argument while I was beating everybody up. Yeah, I argue with y'all all day because I got facts to come with it. So the conversation, Coach, and I'm glad you're here. We're gonna act like Coach White is not in the building, even though he's in the building.
Yeah, he's doing things.
So somebody wanted to know, well, why would Coach White? What could Coach White bring to a program if he's the head coach? I said, well, one, he know the state. He could put a fence around the state. Am I wrong for that, Coach?
You're not wrong for that, believe it or not. We were just talking about it out there in the lobby. So let me interject this. I think one of the most important things that we're starting to miss, and I'm hoping that the school in Athens really understands this, is some of the best talent having a chance to cover it this year from a high school perspective for the first time since being out of coaching. I have a much greater respect, not only for coaches in it, but the amount of talent.
Right.
And my thing is, you better understand who you're going to bring in to go get that talent.
Right.
Because the talent don't necessarily fit some of the people that some of these guys are looking at out here.
Oh, my God. Which brings up my next one. Mm-hmm. So we always recycling the same names. Yeah. Why not give somebody that we know who has a lot of energy, who's youthful, and could bring that type of passion to a program because he is a winner?
Right. I'm just going to say this. One of the first things he said was Coach Hunter threw him out there.
Yeah.
You don't throw somebody out there who don't know how to coach.
Right.
So let's start with that.
I mean, if you're going to look at it, and we talked to Sharman. We talked to him when he was at Miller, and we talked to him when he moved on. He is one of the best minds we out there. You don't win national championships. You don't win 5 or 6 rings by just being an okay coach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get the thing. And it's funny we talking about him like he ain't here. But
right.
Is,
and that's the beauty of this segment.
If anybody talked to me, I would say coaching matters. We've all been coaches in here. We know coaches. And I know if I had a guy who's young and can do some things, I would put him at the top of my list. That's what I'm just saying. That's just me putting it out there.
Right.
So to all y'all out there.
And go ahead. Go ahead.
So I keep going back to this, and I'll talk about, like, I listened to these guys, these so-called basketball pundits on TV last night, and I got to really watch my tongue right now.
Yeah, we can calm down.
Because I was up late last night.
No doubt.
And I keep listening to guys saying, well, they got to understand football. or they got to understand this, or they got to understand that. No. I got to understand three things. I got to understand recruiting. I got to understand my staff and their families. And I got to understand the guys that's in-house right now, right? I got to understand that. I'm not worried about the hedges, right? The hedges is Kirby Smart's job, right? My job is to make sure that I got Stegman Coliseum rocking.
Right.
And to make sure that I have a force field around this state to where other Power 5 schools cannot come in here. Because my thing is, there's a lot of talent leaving this state.
Right.
Going to other states and other conferences and being very successful, right? So that's the thing that I think guys get caught up in. I'll go back, and he's in here right now. People want to make the excuse, well, you've never been in this situation. The most important thing you said to me tonight was the adjustments that you guys made at halftime. Because that's a knock that they try to put on young guys and they try to put on certain guys is they don't know how to make adjustments.
Right.
I think that's a crock, right? Mm-hmm. And my thing is like you don't know until you know.
Right.
And you don't know until you're given the opportunity to know. Now, for everybody out there that wants to make all these assumptions, do your homework.
Please.
Because if you do your homework,
please,
and you really sit down and talk to them face to face, and don't give them the, as I like to call them, the 3 to 5 brush off questions, so I can fill the quote Rooney Rule.
Right.
Ask the real in-depth questions, and then you'll get the answers. And then you know what? If it doesn't work there, you can pass that on to somebody else because this is a tight-knit business, right? And we all know each other, whether you're in or you're out of it.
Right.
But my thing is, you don't know until you know. And certain guys deserve a shot. The guy sitting in here deserves a shot.
And what's crazy is the one thing that we know about college basketball, it's about your talent.
Yeah.
You can say everything that you want to say. If I got a guy and he is the only guy, don't get it twisted, please believe me. He the only guy that can keep all of these guys in this state because he has a relationship with all of them.
Well, all I know is this has been 2 conference players of the year, right? Both times they won the conference, they've had players of the year, right? One of them's from Gainesville, Georgia, right? Okay.
In state.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is this: handle it and you'll be straight.
Yeah.
All right, I could have gone ham. My fault.
No. Coach was silent for it. We come back. We got more to talk with Coach.
Yeah, it's Coach turn again, y'all.
Yeah, so, hey, when we come back, man, but
y'all made my point. I appreciate that. Yeah, I feel better now.
Yeah, Georgia, y'all need somebody.
All y'all. All of y'all. All of yous.
As a kid going to Virginia Tech, I still don't know how. But anyway, when we come back.
I know how.
Sharman White. Stay with us.
Major key alert. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by Get Schooled and the Ad Council.
Did you just look down at your phone? You did it again, didn't you? You know, you're flying down the road in a 3-ton hunk of steel, and a text takes your eyes off the road for an average of 5 seconds. At 55 miles per hour, that's long enough to travel the length of a football field and cause some serious damage. Turn it off. Trust me. Whatever it is, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextsstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober.
Yeah, I'm probably okay. Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Viola Davis. Did you know that 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger? Growing up, I was one of those kids, but we can solve this.
When we make breakfast happen for kids in our neighborhood, we have the power to end childhood hunger, create bigger, brighter school days, and healthier minds and bodies. Go to hungeris.org and lend your time or your voice.
We're hungry for more.
A message from the Albertsons Companies Foundation and the Entertainment Industry Foundation.
This is Lasia Clarendon, point guard for the Atlanta Dream, and you're listening to The Crush on Sensation Station Network.
We have ignition.
Hey, we're back, man. Still not crushing interview with our guy, Sharman White. Hey,
Glenn, so we got such petty lists. They say, yeah, Kamal Fox would have lost that game yesterday.
That's so wrong. Petty. They on the petty train.
Petty train. The petty train to Georgia. I'm sorry, Glenn. Keep going. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Everybody ride with you, Cole. Right? Cole, they love you.
Make sure, let me think about it for a minute. Yeah, he might have lost.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's keep going.
But Coach, let's just talk about having a player like DeMarcus. I mean, the guy flat out can play. You know, he demands attention. To have that on your squad and to go in, what were your thoughts coaching a kid like that this year?
Man, you know something, I coached against him in high school when he was a sophomore, and I couldn't believe how good he was.
Yeah.
I mean, we beat their team, but I was like, that kid, where he come from? I didn't even know anything about him. And after that point, you know, even when he got to his graduating year, was 2016, you know, I had Tariq Gilbert and you had Kobe Simmons out there. And they were talking about a whole bunch of other guys besides those two guys. But I said, y'all, the best three players, in no particular order, are Tariq Gilbert, Kobe Simmons, and DeMarcus Simons. There's no question. But because he's a different kid, you judge him based on his uniqueness. That's what I call it, because no, he's not the traditional kid. He'll come to practice with his Vans on and shorts up, you know.
Saw he was dressed in practice today, Coach.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
But it's okay.
Right.
But when that ball go up and them lights come on, oh man, you take him all day, every day.
Coach, why do so many people miss that when we talk about recruiting?
They don't get to know these kids, man. You got to get to know them, man. Like the kid, I signed a kid out of Warner Robins, just won a state championship with Nelson Phillips. Incredible talent. A lot of schools, I had to fight off Power 5 schools, but they didn't get to know him. I was down there in Warner Robins like once a week, just hanging out with him at school, just talking to him. You know, just getting to know him, knowing his family, getting to know his mom, his dad, grandma. And by the time it was all said and done.
Once you know grandma, it's a wrap.
Oh, yeah. You in that in.
I mean, once it was said and done, that was like, I'm going to Georgia State. Because he felt good about the situation. His mom had already told him he was going to Georgia State, just based on the relationship I had with him. And so I think you got to get to know your recruit. You got to get to know him if you're going to recruit him. Because you will know you'll know once you get to know him if that player will fit in what you're trying to do and what kind of player you're trying to have.
And just to expand on that, I think a lot of people fail to realize you get 20 hours a week with them on the court. There's 168 hours in the week, right? There's another 148 hours that you better know that person personally.
Right.
Because there's probably about 20, no more than 19 hours in a day. You don't know necessarily what they're doing.
Right.
And you got to make sure that they're doing the right things. When you look at DeMarcus, for me, being a former coach, people judge him by the hair, and sometimes you can't judge a book by its cover.
Without a doubt.
Because some of the best books I've ever read, ugly covers.
Boy.
Right?
The worst covers.
But with all that being said, I mean, I had a chance to watch a kid in the preseason where he put 32 on Georgia Tech.
Right.
Georgia Tech was at full strength, so I don't want to hear excuses. Right? I was there when they played UTA. Right? He had, 29, 10, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals. I mean, the numbers are just ridiculous. And I always say it's always good to have a pro. Like, a kid's a pro.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done.
Agree.
I mean, the last time I was over at Georgia State, there were 10 pros in the place.
Scouts,
there's 10 scouts to go see him and Ken Hervey.
Yeah.
So it was like, I mean, it just is what it is, and that's a testament to you guys for seeing something deeper that a lot of people have a tendency to miss out on.
Well, I'm not just saying it because you're here, because I'm picking the upset. To beat Cincinnati, what do you see? What do you think? I mean, I think you match up well on the outside with them. What do you think you guys have to do to go against Cincinnati in the first round?
I think we got to defend and we have to rebound. You know, those two things come to play because they're a very good rebounding team. We got to keep them off the glass. I think they want to play the same style of game where we want to play kind of grind it out, you know, maybe the scores in 50s, 60s. And we've got to play to our strength. Our guys that can hit shots, they got to hit shots.
Yeah.
Devin Mitchell, Jeff Thomas, Malik Ben-Levy, Isaiah Williams, that's what they do. They got to hit shots.
Yeah.
And DeMarcus got to be DeMarcus. You know, some things got to work out for us. We don't have to play the perfect game.
Right.
But we can't be the one that makes the most mistakes and expect to be the team that's a top 10 team in the country.
Coach, one of the things that always bothered me all year covering Georgia Tech was I'm looking at all of these rosters, and again, it's so many of our kids who leave our state and come in and they put in work on the local school. Just explain that to me just a little bit.
I can't explain that. I really can't because, I mean, when you look at Auburn, man, and you see, you know, they got Alabama, they got kids from Atlanta. Alabama got Colin Sexton, Daniel Gibbs. Auburn got, you know, Jared Harvard, Chuma, and, you know, and Bryce Brown. I mean, it's tough to watch because, you know, I've seen these kids maturate, and it's like, man, if we just keep 3 of them guys, just like, you know, NCAA tournament is not it won't even be the goal. And so
you talking about playing that second and that third
oh
weekend.
Man, you talking about, and then once you get the second, third weekend, anything can happen, man. You get a team that's feeling good about themselves and they playing well, anything can happen, man. You see it every year, man. It's a team that get hot, you know, and so it's tough. It's tough to watch because I've been on the high school side of it. So being on the high school side of it, you know, you see these guys and you see, you know, how good these guys are. And then, you know, you see them leaving and you're like, whoa. And, you know, I've had a couple players leave state and, you know, I won't go into why, but they shouldn't have been.
Right.
They shouldn't have been.
You answered it earlier. You did the homework.
Yep.
You've done your homework with Nelson Phillips, down at Warner Robins. Other schools came in and did homework on these kids and where other people didn't. One of the things you start to learn, certain programs want to find red flags not to recruit you, as opposed to seeing the green flags to continue to recruit you.
Well, that decode them.
Yeah, you're going to
that's tweetable moment right there. Let me tweet that right quick. All Lord, have mercy, coach.
I like that, coach.
Oh, have mercy, coach. Yeah, I got that.
You put that in your head coaching packet.
I got you.
On the recruiting side. Yeah.
Got that.
Coach, you always talk about it, and the team part of it. As for your team, are they satisfied?
No, by no means. They are the most non-complacent group I've seen. You know, I've had some teams that I've coached, of course, at Miller Grove that I felt like were non-complacent. But these guys, complacency, you know, I shoot my little stuff in there. I'll be like, hey, man, complacency gets you replaced. You know, and I tell them that all the time. And, you know, but Coach Hunter doesn't allow for them to be complacent. Like, it's always a challenge. You know, practices are challenging. Games are challenging. You know, and so I think that's what breeds that, you know, success and habits, man. You got to have championship habits if you want to be a champion. And so just trying to prepare them for championships by getting them to form championship habits.
When we come back, man, dang, this show is up quick. We're going to wrap it up when we come back. Hey, Luke, calm down. Don't get on her, man.
I didn't do anything this time.
We'll be right back.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've accidentally cut your daughter's bangs unevenly. Do you A, line things up a centimeter from her hairline?
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
No. Sweatbands are so hot right now. Everyone's wearing them. Like that basketball player and that other basketball player.
B. Get spiritual.
Mom, where did all the mirrors go?
A reflection could never capture our true selves.
Huh?
Beauty is within.
C. Look on the bright side.
Less time blow drying, more time texting.
Or D. Show empathy.
Mom, you really don't have
Ta-da! Twinsies!
I kinda love it. As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Attention, licensed financial professionals. Are you looking to provide client solutions for longevity risks, withdrawal rate risks, and sequence of return risks? If you answered yes, then Game Plan Financial Marketing could be right for you. We help financial professionals at every level of production by providing mentoring, sales training, and marketing support to help you grow your business. At Game Plan, our top priority is supporting you and helping you reach that next level of success on your terms, not ours. New team members receive a personalized, step-by-step marketing guide to help take your business to the next level. Claim your copy today. Call Brian Cantrell at 404-889-6317. That's 404-889-6317. Offer is intended for licensed insurance professionals only.
So, I'm a dog, and I just got adopted by this new human guy, and I'm starting to wonder how he got along without me. I mean, okay, something as simple as walking around the block. He's got this leash thing, and he puts me on one end and him on the other, and I'm just taking him around. I think he's afraid of getting lost. Without that leash and me guiding him along, I don't think he'd find his way back home. But it's kind of cute.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Become the new you at Cobb County Kia. Get 0% APR financing for 75 months on select new 2017 and 2018 Kia Forte, Sportage, Sorento, and Optimus. Kia has been voted #1 in initial quality by J.D. Power for the second year in a row. Shop Cobb County Kia in Kennesaw and CobbCountyKia.com. Down payment will vary with APR and credit. For example, 0.0% APR with $2,500 down payment provides for 75 monthly payments of $13.33 per 1,000 finance for qualified buyers. APR finance available through KMF to qualified buyers. See dealer for complete details.
Okay, so 5 tacos of cheese and a large soda, that's $10,012. Please drive around.
Wait, 10,000 what?
It's obvious you're buzzed and driving.
I've only had a few. I'm fine.
Yeah, the food's $12, but getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Please drive around. Actually, just park and come in.
Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
And we're going to this Crush Recap brought to you by
Blunt Power.
Blunt Power 3 sprays last for days. You can find out more about
Blunt Power.
by going to their website, bluntpower.com, or going to their Facebook page at Blunt Power. Real quick, I want to make sure I don't forget our people at Phoenix Senior Living as well. When it comes to your loved one, everything matters to, and it matters to us. Go to PhoenixXRLiving.com to find out more on how Phoenix Senior Living can provide personalized, compassionate services for seniors. Coach, man, I'm just glad. You know, me and Maceo every now and then be like, yo, you need to call it. What you call it? I was like, I'm glad you saw it. I was like, oh, come on in, man. Because we couldn't make the press conference today. And I was like, we got to get a piece of this, though, because we got all these Georgia State representatives in here.
That's the only reason I didn't go to the press conference, because you was doggone, you told me who was coming. Shout out to Ben Moore real quick. Ben Moore always showing love, man.
Yeah. But, hey, man,
What's up, Ben?
Going into it, a few things that you see about being the coach on this team. Has this year been everything you thought it could be when you first started?
And more. And more. And I think it's a little bit more to get. We're not done. And so,
I got you. I already pictured y'all in, man. I ain't playing with you.
I mean, that's the exciting part, you know. Winning the championship was big, man. But to step on that floor Friday and get a chance to go for some more, you know. Our guys are hungry. Don't be surprised. That's all I can say, man. Don't be surprised.
Did beating Southern make it a little bit sweeter, too?
Always, always, man. That's the rival.
Y'all owning them right now. They need to be humble.
Coach Hunter called it. That's our little brother. He said that's our little brother. Man.
There you go. Shots fired.
Just keep kicking them around. Tomato can. Coach, the picture of you holding that trophy. I've seen plenty of pictures of you winning. Just that picture of you holding that Sunbelt trophy. I saw something different in you, Coach. How happy were you?
Man, the process to winning a conference championship and winning a state championship are totally different. They're tough. Both got their own tough processes or whatever, but man, we've been going at it for a long time. Like June, nonstop to March, I'm talking about nonstop. Like high school, you go June, they go back and play AAU in July. You get them back in August, they start back working out. It's like breaks.
Right.
No
breaks.
No breaks. And so, but that's part of it. And so, me and Coach Pardue, we were bugging out like we going dancing. You know, like we were tripping out. And he's done it before, like when they went back in 15. But just the aspect of it, you know, just the thought of it, man. It's so like it still ain't hit me, like, because I'm getting ready for Shock and Smart, and it's, you know, Havoc or whatever you call it. You know, I'm getting ready for that, but I'm still trying to enjoy it. I'm still trying to like soak it in, but it's numbing, man. Like I was telling you earlier, it's just numbing, man. You're right. You probably did see that smile. Probably like you saw.
Oh yeah, you were Kool-Aid.
You were super cheese.
Yeah, you were Kool-Aid.
I got one for you. Explain to everybody how your family has helped you in this process, because you got to have a strong wife, you know, to be a coach's wife, you know, because it's hard, because there's a lot of times you play mom and dad. Kind of explain that for the fans out there.
Man, first of all, let me give my family a shout out, because I promised I was going to do that and make sure they knew. But my wife Jamaica, she the backbone, man. She takes care of business. I love her so much because, you know, she kind of got married into this. You know, she didn't grow up, you know, dating basketball coaches. Right. She had to kind of figure out, okay, hold up.
Wait a minute, let's go with this.
You going well? How long? But she took it all in stride, and our children are so blessed. Samani and Zion, y'all better be in the bed, but if y'all not, y'all better be in the bed in about 5 or 10 minutes. I know y'all were listening to me, but yeah, man, family, you gotta have that. I think I tell guys that coaches' wives automatically get a pass to heaven, man. They get a pass, man. They don't even have to worry about it, man, because they are holding the fort down. Like I got in at 2-something this morning, man. And I usually take the kids to school. My wife was like, just don't even worry about it. Stay asleep, and I'm gonna go take them. You know, it's just those little things, man. And you know, I couldn't do it without them. And they're so intel to what I do. You know, my wife has a very great career at Verizon, systems analyst, all that stuff. But she's so in tune to what we're doing. Like, you know, the games, like they driving up for the game this weekend, and I'm so excited about that. I get goosebumps because they'll be able to be a part of
you work,
right? Yeah, they'll be a part of that. So
one piece of advice: take a ton of pictures, because you never forget the first time.
Trust me.
Mine, I still remember like yesterday, Kansas City, Kemper Arena.
Trust me.
Real quick, I saw you do a tweet. How proud of you of your high school, Middle Grove?
Oh man, I'm beyond proud, man, because my man, Coach Chester, man, when I walked away, you know, everybody was like, I wouldn't want to fall behind him. You're right, because you could. But I went back and told the administration, because I knew I was going to have a big hand in who was going to be the next coach. I said, the person is there. I know where he is. We got to go get him, though, but I know who it is. I groomed him for it. And so we had to go to Stevenson, and after 1 year, like, you got to come back.
I keep this thing going now.
And that was the best decision for Miller Grove that could have. I mean, it was a lot of quality guys that could have came in and, you know, took the job, but Miller Grove needed to remain Miller Grove.
Right, and he knows it.
And he knows it.
He knows it.
He been a part of championships, and man, so that's like my little brother. But he's done a phenomenal job. I know his kids, man. They know what the culture of Miller Grove is, and so when they put that uniform on, they know what they're representing. So
it means something.
You know, I go by there time to time to give them a little, you know, something.
Right.
I had to give them one after the Southwest region game they lost, and you know, after that region game they lost, they won the next 4, and they only lost by, you know, pretty lucky shot.
Boy, that shot was lucky, man. Lord have mercy. That boy ain't got to buy. He ain't got to buy a meal no more than Warner Robinson.
I'm sitting in my room in New Orleans last Thursday, and I'm sitting there like computer just like, I think I stayed motionless for like 5 minutes, man.
He really knocked that down.
Man.
Hey, man. Thank you, Coach, man, as
No
always,
doubt,
man.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
Thank you to Scott Peterson for coming in, Positive Athletes. Thank you to Malik, Leah. Thank you to our coach. Thank you, Coach Lou. We didn't get to do more brackets, but we'll talk about that next week.
Follow Coach White on Twitter. That's how I start my morning every morning.
Motivational every morning.
Motivation, baby. Every morning I start out with it.
Hey, man, Leah got the double fist up, so that means we got to get
We
out
out
of here. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.